There are plenty of things in life that people dream of owning, and for the record, there's nothing wrong with that. Many dream of landing a high-paying job that's either deeply rewarding or gives them the freedom they crave. Some want a beautiful house they can make their own or a warm family to share it with. And then there are the car enthusiasts, the ones who crave the finest machines on 4 wheels. For them, only the top-tier brands will do. And when it comes to luxury and legacy, Rolls-Royce easily ranks among the elite. Over the years, they've produced some jaw-dropping rides. But have you seen them all? Let us show you 15 luxury Rolls-Royce cars you must see. Number 15. Rolls-Royce Phantom Drophead Coupe. This car doesn't just ask you to roll down the top, it practically begs you to. The Phantom Drophead Coupe captures something that few luxury cars dare to chase: romance. With a soft top that opens in 25 seconds, a teak wood deck, and an interior wrapped in cashmere blend fabric and flawless leather, this isn't your average convertible. It's an open-air retreat sculpted to elevate every road trip. Whether you're coasting through mountain valleys or pulling up to a beachside villa, it sets the scene like nothing else. The car carries every hallmark of the standard Phantom, from customization to comfort, but adds an emotional element that's rare in a machine. This is the kind of car that's less about getting from point A to B and more about what you feel along the way. And yes, it comes with a price tag that hurts to look at, but if the goal is creating super unforgettable weekends, then this beauty was built for exactly that. Number 14. Rolls-Royce Phantom Hyperion. There's only one of these in existence, and that's exactly the point. The Phantom Hyperion isn't part of a series, and it never will be. Built as a one-off tribute to pre-war design, it takes the Phantom's foundation and strips it down into a 2-seater with a sweeping vintage silhouette. Gone is the familiar rear. The bodywork is completely custom, blending classic elegance with modern craftsmanship. This isn't a car that you come across in the wild, it's a collector's prize. The kind of machine that doesn't just sit in a garage, it lives in a gallery. It carries details you won't find elsewhere. A Morgan-like rear, unique body lines, and a bespoke roof. While its visual statement is obvious, its market appeal is a bit trickier. A ride like this costs upward of $3 million, and finding the right buyer isn't always easy. But then again, it wasn't made for the masses. This car exists for one reason: to remind people what art on wheels used to look like. Number 13. Rolls-Royce Phantom Coupe Aviator Collection. This limited release paid homage to an era when Rolls-Royce was helping power the skies. Back during the brutal time of World War II, the company produced aircraft engines for the British forces, and the Aviator collection is a nod to that legacy. Only 30 units were ever built, making it one of the rarest additions to wear the Phantom badge. The styling choices reflect early aviation aesthetics, including Art Deco accents and details reminiscent of cockpit instruments. Inside, you'll notice touches that echo pilot design, sleek metal surfaces, analog-inspired dials, and rich leathers cut with sharper lines. Unlike some of the louder bespoke models, this one is far more grounded in heritage. It's an intentional blend of automotive craftsmanship and aviation nostalgia. While the body maintains the familiar Phantom silhouette, the unique color choices and finishes set it apart. Not many cars manage to nod to history while still staying relevant. This one does exactly that, without needing more than a handful of builds to prove its point. Number 12. Rolls-Royce Wraith. The Wraith doesn't shout for attention, but it doesn't have to. This car was built to be confident in its presence, and it shows. With a price brushing the $600,000 mark, it sits comfortably in the ultra-luxury tier. What makes it stand out isn't just the performance, price, or the name. Though all are strong, it's the styling and customization possibilities. Whether kept stock or reimagined by high-end tuners like Mansouri, the Wraith becomes whatever the owner wants it to be. On the inside, the car offers a deeply immersive drive that feels more like gliding than moving. It carries a certain dignity, paired with the kind of power that doesn't need to be proven, just felt. Every detail, from the stitching to the ride dynamics, reflects deliberate design. If you're lucky enough to drive one, you're in rare company. But if you see one pass you by, it's hard not to stare. The Wraith carries that kind of magnetic weight without even trying. If you've money, don't wait for it. Number 11. Armored RollsRoyce Cullinan. Well, security and style rarely walk hand in hand, but in this case, they do. The armored RollsRoyce Cullinan blends bulletproof resilience with top-tier luxury. It's not made for your average driver. This is a fortress for those in high-risk positions. Royalty, diplomats, executives, people who can't afford to make compromises. That's where companies like Cullinan come in. They take this already dominant SUV and reinforce it with high-grade armor that can withstand gunfire, explosions, and whatever chaos may come. And yet, from the outside, it doesn't scream armored. It keeps that signature Rolls-Royce look, elegant, sleek, commanding. Step inside, and the contrast is wild. You're surrounded by lavish details, handcrafted interiors, and the same elite finish expected from any of their non-armored models. Safety doesn't mean stripped down here. It means elevated protection without sacrificing comfort. For those with enemies, or just the kind of wealth that attracts attention, this vehicle becomes more than just transportation. It's a mobile sanctuary with a seven-figure price tag to match. Number 10. Rolls-Royce Ghost. This isn't just another luxury sedan, it's one of the most refined models Rolls-Royce has ever released. We mean it's one of a kind. Just look at it. The Ghost brings that unmistakable blend of glamour and engineering precision. Inside, everything feels effortless. The ride is impossibly smooth, with suspension that reads the road ahead and adapts in real time, making potholes practically irrelevant. Passengers get the sensation of floating instead of driving. And yes, the name might suggest something mysterious, but what really makes this car stand out is how grounded it is in pure comfort. Cameras assist the driver with everything from terrain response to subtle braking cues, making the Ghost surprisingly practical beneath its luxurious skin. Its popularity is no accident. It earns its high ratings not through gimmicks, but through relentless attention to comfort, style, and innovation. Even though it isn't electric like the Spectre, it represents the peak of Rolls-Royce's combustion engine craftsmanship. The Ghost exists in that rare space between classic sophistication and cutting-edge driving intelligence. Number 9. RollsRoyce Sweptail. 12 figures. One buyer. No second copies. That's the story behind the RollsRoyce Sweptail, a car designed not for the market but for one specific client. Built as part of the company's return to coach building, this machine is more than luxury, it's personalized craftsmanship on another level. The design draws from classic Rolls models and even vintage yachts, fusing history with forward-thinking elegance. Every curve, every stitch, every trim detail reflects the client's specific requests, and it all came together in 2017. Price tag, $13 million. And that's not a rumor, it's a confirmed transaction. This wasn't a showpiece, it was commissioned, designed, and built from scratch. It's packed with details, some so intricate they were never publicly disclosed. But from the exterior lines to the glass roof, to the handcrafted interior, you know this was a love letter to individuality. While it's not something most could ever afford, it proves one thing loud and clear: when Rolls-Royce says bespoke, they're not talking about just a different paint job. Number 8. Rolls-Royce Phantom Metropolitan Collection. Only 20 of these were made, and each carries the spirit of global city life. The Phantom Metropolitan Collection is more than just a name. It's a visual and tactile tribute to the energy of skyscrapers and shifting skylines. The hand-painted coach line mimics urban architecture, while the bespoke metallic gray exterior reflects light like a steel high-rise. Inside, the detailing continues, with fine leathers arranged in colorways that mirror modern city palettes, seashell and navy blue stitched together with precision. Even the ceiling takes on meaning, with a starlight headliner designed to resemble a city night sky. It's not built to simply impress, it's designed to represent a concept. This model pushes the Phantom line towards something more expressive, more thematic. Unlike its siblings, it wasn't meant to extend the brand. It was built to capture a very specific idea. The result is a city-inspired cruiser that feels deeply exclusive and fully handcrafted. A rare build, quietly powerful and visually intelligent. It's just awesome. Number 7. Rolls-Royce Phantom Cintopia. Finished in a shifting shade called Liquid Noir, the Phantom Cintopia blends color and movement in a way that's difficult to describe until you've seen it firsthand. Depending on the light and angle, the body reflects hues of purple, blue, magenta, and even hints of gold. The paintwork alone took years of development, and that's just the starting point. Inside, this car goes even deeper into detail. Over 3,000 hours were invested in perfecting the lighting, ambiance, and materials within the cabin. The result doesn't feel like a car interior. It feels like part of a luxury concept space designed for serenity and stimulation at the same time. Inspired by visions of futuristic cities, its interior lines mimic modern architecture while still maintaining the softness expected from Rolls-Royce. The engine is no slouch either. A 6.75 AL twin-turbo V12 delivers effortless acceleration, but it never feels loud or aggressive. This model doesn't follow any formula. It's equal parts design study and luxury experiment, executed with precision. Number 6. Rolls-Royce Droptail. No part of the Droptail was created to be conventional. This isn't a repackaged convertible, it's a sculpted expression that rolls on 4 wheels. Rolls-Royce describes it as art in motion, and for once the marketing doesn't oversell. The exterior lines are sharp and intentional, shaped to make the car feel bold without losing grace. Inside, everything's customizable from the materials to the tone. Even the overall mood of the vehicle feels curated. Unlike the open-top options of old, this roadster invites romance with purpose. It's meant to feel daring, confident, and intimate. Yes, you can go hood up or hood down, but either way, the feeling is the same. You're not just driving, you're making a visual statement. Whether compared to a rose or a sculpture is up to you, but either way, it doesn't feel like anything else in their lineup. This is a passion project turned reality, not mass-market luxury. Only the bold will pull this off, and that's exactly how it was designed. What do you think about this beauty? Well, let us know. Now let's move to number 5, RollsRoyce Spectre. A name borrowed from Bond villainy, but the Spectre isn't about destruction, it's about evolution. Rolls-Royce finally stepped into the electric era with this one, and the results are as stylish as they are significant. Released in late 2023, the Spectre is their very first fully electric production car. It cruises up to 425 kilometers on a single charge and is said to be the most aerodynamic vehicle Rolls-Royce has ever produced. This wasn't about chasing range records, though. The Spectre isn't made for long-haul road warriors. It's crafted for presence, for arrival, for owning every street it touches. Its sculpted silhouette, luxurious cabin, and smooth drive scream Rolls-Royce legacy with a futuristic twist. The company teased electric ambitions for years but waited until they could make it their way, and they did. With style, poise, and quiet dominance. You won't find anything rushed or compromised here. The Spectre is proof that electric can still mean elegant, powerful, and unmistakably Rolls-Royce. What do you say? Number 4. RollsRoyce Cornesh. The Cornesh has long carried a certain kind of timeless appeal. Produced between 1971 and 2002, it spanned multiple generations and evolved in form, but always retained its stately character. This was a car that didn't chase trends, it set a tone. Back then, the Cornesh wasn't about overwhelming technology or flashy reinvention, it was about presence. Clean lines, wide proportions, and a powertrain that carried weight in every sense. Through the years, it became a staple of quiet prestige, a favorite among those who wanted refinement without the need to shout. Its later versions brought updates in comfort, design, and performance, but the identity stayed rooted. Bentley even took the design and molded it into their own creations for a while, which says plenty about its influence. Even now, decades after its debut, it holds a spot in the lineage that paved the way for what came next. Not every Rolls-Royce model tries to be a showstopper. Some, like the Cornesh, just earn respect by existing. Number 3. Rolls-Royce Dawn Black Badge. Elegance dipped in shadow. The Dawn Black Badge brings a darker, more assertive energy to the otherwise classic Rolls-Royce vibe. It's not just about aesthetics, though the all-black styling absolutely makes an impression. Beneath the hood, this convertible hides a twin-turbocharged 6.6 LV12 that churns out 593 horsepower and 620 lb-ft of torque. That means 0 to 60 in just under 5 seconds, with all the expected smoothness of an 8-speed transmission and rear-wheel drive. It's surprisingly quiet despite the power, thanks to complete sound insulation from the outside world. Inside, it's everything you'd expect: premium materials, immaculate stitching, and a handcrafted feel throughout. But the Black Badge Edition isn't just a darker colorway, it represents a different attitude. More aggressive, more tailored to younger, bolder buyers who want luxury without the old money stiffness. It's refined without being delicate. A cruiser built to be driven, not just admired. And if you're behind the wheel, you're there to make a statement, not just to ride along. Number 2. Rolls-Royce Phantom. Size isn't just about length, it's about presence. And the Phantom delivers both. It towers over other vehicles, not just physically, but in sheer aura. This isn't just a car, it's a rolling monument to legacy and wealth. Owning one isn't for the faint-hearted or the light-walleted. Price tags float beyond $500,000, and that's just the beginning if you want it tailored. But if you're among the lucky few who get one, you're signing up for more than luxury. Rear-hinged coach doors close at the press of a button, while the cabin greets you with hand-finished leather, rich wood trims, and details most cars don't even dream about. It's less of a commute and more of a chauffeured escape from the real world. Everything about the Phantom whispers quiet power. No need to show off, the car already does it for you. And with full customization available, it becomes less of a vehicle and more of an extension of the person sitting inside. Number 1. Rolls-Royce Dawn Silver Bullet. Let's end things off with the Rolls-Royce Dawn Silver Bullet. This sleek beauty is a spin-off from the original Dawn series, which was crafted as the ultimate oceanside cruiser. But the Silver Bullet? It's a more intimate take, designed specifically for drivers who crave a personal, luxurious experience. While the standard Dawn could seat 4, the Silver Bullet dials it down to just 2. And honestly, that's part of the charm. It's made for you and someone special to cruise through scenic roads, turning heads while knowing most people will never touch a car like this. Why? Because only 50 were ever made. That's it. Limited doesn't even begin to cover it. And being Rolls-Royce, every inch of this car screams handcrafted excellence, from the buttery interior to the elegant curves outside. Released in 2020, it also marked the first official collection car of the new decade, paying homage to the glamorous roadsters of the past. One look at it gliding down a coastal road, and you'll wish you were in the driver's seat. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon in the next one.